Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages I get from Spirit and for all of us who are all on this journey to reunite with our divine vibrational matches in this lifetime. And so I'm going to pull 3 cards for guidance today from the Moonology deck, from the Work Your Light deck, Nature Spirit, and then my Friends deck as well. So, firstly from the Moonology, we're coming up to the Gemini moon, so it'll be interesting to see. And it says, look at the bigger picture. So always focus on the bigger picture. Always focus on what we're here to do, to raise love and light on the planet, and to trust that everything is coming for you in divine timing. And to know that every single thing has already been planned out and done, and it's all done and dusted. It's just a matter of trusting that it's all going to flow to you at the right time. So, are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minutiae detail can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. Or this card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe can surprise you. So this situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident to win the day. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure. Oh, look at that. And there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. Life is an adventure, and the card that this one came out on was adventure. So it's about seeing the bigger picture, seeing the adventure of what this journey is, seeing the adventure that twin flames are here to bring love and light to the planet, to raise the consciousness of man, to help humanity, and you're part of that. And that's and to help the cosmos, the cosmic world that we live in, or the cosmic universe that we live in. So focus on the bigger picture. So the Work Your Light is, what is it? Take a break. A life's work is not a season. Get off the treadmill. So if you have been working yourself way too hard, or taking all of this way too seriously, which we can all do because it gets very overwhelming and it becomes all consuming and it becomes like you're going crazy. So this message is about that. If you have let it get out of control, then it's time to take a break. Because I have to say that it's good. It's good to take a break from this twin flame journey. It's good to just not think about it. It's good to just get on with whatever you're being called to do, whether that be, whatever it is, whichever way you shine your light, whichever way, and shining your light is just following your passion, following what feels really good. And so I can see why this message is saying take a break, because sometimes it just gets too much, So it's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you've created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment, enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. Right, well, there it is. Take a break, take that time to just relax and know that everything is coming in perfect divine timing for you. Right, next one, nature spirit. So the message is the medicine bag. Oh, so this is really special for me because when I did my shamanic course, we made a medicine bag, and this was way before I started the channel. But when I was in it, I was drawn to use like a mustard medicine bag, and like I made like a tool, like it's a healing tool. And basically, when I was doing it, I was drawn to put in a rose quartz heart, and actually I wrote a letter to my twin, who I didn't realise was my twin at the time. But there is a love letter in my healing medicine bag. And it wasn't until much later on that I realised, when I was looking at this healing tool, and of course since doing this channel, and I've been guided to do the love letters and the rose quartz as part of the crystal grid, and you know, all of that has now unfolded, and so I can see why I was drawn to do this. But when I looked at it, I realised that I had drawn the colourings that I'd used. It was like a little man, and that man was my twin. Again, I totally didn't realise it, but when I first met him, he had mustard shoes on, the same colour as I'd used the bag. And what the crazy thing is, he had told me that there's a secret zip in these trainers, which is where he keeps things. So it was almost like, again, his confirmation of saying, you know, I know that we have this secret between us. And we are grounding, and you know, the fact it's in the shoes as well. The shoes are walking the earth, and we're grounding this love, this incredible spiritual love, into the physical. And so it's just this is really special for, you know, for many reasons, but you know, just like I've explained. At the beginning, I didn't know why I was being drawn to do any of it. Now I understand, because I was basically creating a little healing doll of my twin, which I totally didn't realise. So, and in it would be so interesting for me to read it now, but I won't read it until I'm back together with him. But in it is a love letter and a rose crystal heart. So, it is, gather your resources, be discerning, vast inner power is growing in your life. Step back and let it grow. There are times to shine brightly for all to see, and there are also times to choose carefully who sees your true self. Choose wisely. Do not make hasty decisions. If it doesn't feel right, hold back. You're protected from any less than positive outside influences. Your capacity and potential are growing in leaps and bounds. It's traditional in indigenous cultures to carry a medicine bag or medicine bundle as a form of protection, and also as a way to access your personal power through the sacred objects that are held there. The items in the medicine bag each contain potent qualities that allow one's abilities to magnify and also help one commune with the Creator. As your power grows, take time to protect it, just as you protect a seedling in the early months, and then later, once it's an established tree, it can withstand the storms of time. Protect your growing power, and it will become as mighty as an ancient oak. Okay, well, for all of those who are on the Divine Love Crystal Grid, I do a crystal grid, and it's all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together around the oak tree. And so there you go. Even more destiny. Just like signs everywhere. Okay, so the journey is, consider obtaining or creating your own medicine bag or bundle. Put objects in it that are meaningful to you and make you feel strong and vital whenever you look at them or hold them. Traditionally, one's medicine bag was not worn for display, but often hidden from view or in a sacred place. So my medicine bag and healing tool is also, I have it in a sacred box with lots of crystals, and it has a photo of me and my twin, and it has the healing tool and various things in it, which is a sacred box made out of wood because of course it is the forest lovers. So next one is, the first one was adventure and the other one is charm, and look at that, it is the cat. So it is to remember the charm of this journey, which is so true, because all of these like amazingly gorgeous stories, they are like little, like a charm bracelet, and on it has, every charm has significant meaning. That's what we find. The more and more that we go along the journey, the more that we can add. Imagine, we've got a charm bracelet and we're just putting on, for me, that is so significant, this card. Right, this one is also because, look at the arch. It's like walking in beauty. To remember that we're walking this earth, for a reason, for a purpose. We're not just like idly walking along. This was all about grounding love, and so that is to remember the charm of what we're doing here, adding another charm to that trinket bracelet of all of the things that are meaningful for you and your twin. Imagine that bracelet. I also have this dream big on my hand. This bracelet, my twin spirit guided me into this shop and said, at the back of the shop there's something for you. And so I went to the back of the shop, and I knew, because it's copper and we had something about copper, but on it had dream big, and that's always been a strong message from my twin spirit. So I knew it was from him. So that's the thing. All of these trinkets that we pick up, and we add and add and add to our stories, add to the charm of this journey, with all of its facets of being super hard and super let's get real, like when everyone around you is probably in relationships and, going off on adventures and all of that. It takes real strength to keep on going, right? Because, of course, it's not the norm. It's not the norm to have this relationship, and practicing faith and trust, and trusting that what we can't see is still coming to us. But that's the message. The message is it's on its way. So appreciate the charm, and appreciate all of those little charms for you and your journey, whatever they may be. You'll have your own ones that you add to your own charm bracelet, which are like really significant little milestones and signs and messages. And so that's why I can totally see that this message is coming today. It's to remember the charm of this journey. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.